I'm Dr. Paul Van Valen, and I want to talk to you about mindful activities. It's in the media. Famous people are talking about it. They talk about their practicing of meditation and yoga and different things. In 1975, a very important book was written called The Relaxation Response by Herbert Benson. He studied deep muscle relaxation, guided imagery, meditation, meditative prayer, biofeedback, breathing exercises, and found that they all produced the same physiological responses. He couldn't do brain scans as we can do now, but found that they all produce the same thing. And it is muscle relaxation, calmer mood, implied biochemistry of the brain that is healthy. And he writes that if you do 2 10-minute exercises a day, this can be very helpful. Some people prefer active mindful activities. If you're gardening and you lose track of time, if you're doing woodworking and lose track of time, this is very therapeutic. It helps reduce stress. If you're writing music, if you're playing music, if you're jogging and you let yourself really take in the senses, all of your senses about all your surroundings. A lot of mindful activity is sensory focus. What am I feeling, hearing, smelling, tasting right now? 2 of my favorite activities are Yoga with Adriene on YouTube. She has 5 million followers. I like a little bit of motion with mindful activity, and she coaches you on breathing and posture, and pretty soon you've lost track of time and you're in the moment, and that's mindful, very, very healthy. My body feels good. I'll be jogging, and in internal mindfulness are things like guided imagery, and external mindfulness are using your senses to engage. And I'll be jogging and fall into a state where I've gone a good distance without conscious awareness that I've covered this path, no sense of discomfort. And that's because my mind has entered into an internal, maybe a meditative state or a kind of a state of pondering, or I might just be taking in the images all around me. So yoga I love, mindful running, mindful walking, mindful eating. Really take the time to take in the taste, the sensory experience of the moment. It'll help you digest your food better, much better than multitasking, watching television, texting, doing social media while you eat. You'll also eat less because you'll eat more slowly. You'll feel sated faster. Very, very healthy. And I'm going to post another video today where I actually take you through the prayer to release and receive. For those of you that would actually like to practice with me, I take Galatians 5, the deeds of the flesh, and we meditatively release every one. I release murder. I release adultery, and so on. And then we ask God, what would you have me release today? And we listen. And very often, I don't worry as it's God's voice or mine. Something will come to mind and I will release it. Then I sit turning my hands over in this fashion in my chair, the universal sign of receiving, and I go through the fruit of the Spirit. Very slowly, meditatively, I receive love. I receive joy. And through the 9 fruit of the Spirit, then I ask, and what else would you have me receive today? Just mentally, and whatever comes to mind, I receive it. And sometimes it's courage, sometimes it's strength, sometimes it's a need to forgive, sometimes it's a need to confess, sometimes it's just a repetition of a need to really embrace and experience one of the fruit of the Spirit. So mindfulness is extremely healthy. 2 10-minute periods a day will help break the stress pattern in this very stressful time that we're in, and during all of life. It's just healthy to do these things. And so I'm going to come on in another few minutes and lead anyone that wants to through the prayer to release and receive. It'll be about a 2.5-minute video. Take care of yourselves, encourage one another to take these little mini Sabbaths during the week and a good long Sabbath once a week, and we're going to get through this just fine.